Hello students, today we will start with lesson 2, work, power and energy. So out of these three we will start with the first one, work. When does we say that work is done? We say that when the body causes some displacement. Suppose we are applying a force on an object or a body. We are applying a force on a body. So this body, by the application of force, it was moved to a distance. It was moved. It was making some displacement. Displacement is denoted by the letter S. So the body has come up to here after making some displacement. So by applying the force, the body causes some displacement in the direction of force applied. The distance is also caused in the direction of force applied. Now coming to the definition, concluding this statement, when force causes some displacement in the direction of force applied, when force causes a displacement of a body in the direction of force applied, then the body is said to, then work is said to be done. Then the body is said to do some work. So when force causes some displacement in the same direction, then work is said to be done. So work done is denoted by the letter W. Now work is directly proportional to force and work is also proportional to the displacement. So combining these two equations, W is directly proportional to F into S. To remove this proportionality, we will keep one proportionality constant, capital K. So W is equal to K into Fs. This K is a proportionality constant. Suppose if force of 1 unit, now force is equal to 1 unit, means 1 Newton, and causing a displacement of 1 meter, force of 1 Newton causes a displacement of 1 meter, then work done is also said to be 1 unit. Work done is also said to be 1 unit. So everything is 1 here. Let us substitute these values here. Then 1 is equal to K into 1 into 1. Therefore, you will get the K value as 1. So the proportionality constant is 1. Let us substitute in this equation. So you will get W is equal to 1 into F into S. So W is equal to Fs. Now we can make up one more definition for work done. Work done is a product of force into displacement. Work done is a product of force and displacement in the direction of force applied. Displacement in the direction of force applied. So first definition is when force causes some displacement in the same direction of force applied, then the body is said to do some work. Here also, work done is equal to the product of force and displacement. Now let us see, there is another case when force is not in the direction of the displacement or the displacement is not in the direction of force. Suppose this is the direction of displacement of a body and the direction of force is in the other one. So there is both the force and displacement are not in the same direction. They are making some angle. Then work done can be calculated by this formula Fs cos theta. Theta is the angle between these two, force and your displacement. Listen carefully. This is case 1 when force and displacement are in the same direction. Now we are moving on to the case 2 when force and displacement are not in the same direction. They are making some angle theta. Then work done is equal to Fs cos theta. Work done is calculated with the formula Fs cos theta. Now did you understand? There are two definitions for this. Both are almost same. But when force causes some displacement in the same direction of force applied, then the body is said to do some work. Then work is said to be done. Now then W is equal to Fs. If force and displacement are not in the same direction, they are making an angle theta. Then work done is calculated by the formula W is equal to Fs cos theta. Hope you understood now. Now, so we got two formulas. W is equal to Fs cos theta or W is equal to Fs. So W is equal to Fs cos theta. Now depending on this theta, we will say considered work done might be positive, negative or zero. Suppose when force and displacement are in the same direction. Now listen carefully. The force and the displacement are in the same direction. If both are in same direction, there is no angle, then theta is equal to 0. Cos theta, that is equal to cos 0, is equal to 1. So let us substitute this value of cos 0 in your equation. W is equal to Fs cos theta. So Fs into 1. So work done is equal to Fs. It is a positive value. So work done is positive. For example, listen carefully. When we have a body at a height h, there is a body at a height h from the ground. So this is at a height of h from the ground. And the body is freely falling down. So it is falling down, making a displacement in this direction. And the force of gravity on this body is also acting on the same direction. Force of gravity is also acting on the same direction of displacement. So force and displacement are in the same direction. When force and displacement are in the same direction, theta is equal to 0. Then cos 0 is 1. On substituting this, we will get W is equal to Fs, which is a positive work. Now let us move on to the next type, when force and displacement are in opposite to each other. When force and displacement are opposite to each other, it means that theta is 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 180, making an angle of 180. Now cos 180 is equal to minus 1. Now let us substitute this in our formula. W is equal to Fs cos theta. That is Fs cos 180, that is minus 1. So you will get minus Fs. Your value is minus. Work done is minus Fs. You can clearly understand that work done is a negative work. Now listen carefully, students. When force and displacement are in opposite direction. Suppose let us consider one more example for negative work. A cricket ball or any ball rolling on the ground. It was rolling on the ground. So it was making a displacement in this direction. When it is rolling on the ground, there will be a friction between the ground and the ball in opposite direction. Frictional force. The frictional force is in opposite direction. It is clear. The force and the displacement are in opposite direction. When force and displacement are in opposite direction, then theta is 180 degrees. Substituting this in cos 180, we get minus 1 and we know this value. So substituting this in our formula, W is equal to Fs cos theta means cos 180, you will get W is equal to minus Fs, which is a negative work. So this is the example when a ball rolling on the ground. Now, otherwise you can take one more example. You have thrown a ball vertically upwards. You have thrown it vertically upwards. So the displacement is in this direction and force of gravity is in opposite direction. So both are making an angle of 180. When making an angle of 180, it will be a negative work. So now we came to know that there is a positive work, negative work, and the third case is zero work. Work done is 0. So there are two cases where work done will be 0. Let us see first one. When force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. When force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. Means theta is equal to 90 degrees. Cos 90 is equal to 0. When cos 90 is 0, let us substitute in our formula. W is equal to Fs cos 90. So this is equal to Fs into 0. Work done is 0. Here work done is a positive value. Therefore we called it as a positive work. And in second case, when both are opposite to each other, work done is a negative value. So we called it as a negative work. Now it is 0. Therefore work done is 0. Let us take one example here when both the force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. Let us consider that a school-going boy is carrying his school bag on his legs and moving horizontally. So there is a boy who is carrying his bag on his legs and moving horizontally. Means this is the displacement. Okay? And the weight of the bag means your force is acting downwards. Force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. So a school bag is a school-going boy carrying his school bag on his legs and moving horizontally. Work done will be 0 because force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, theta is 90 and cos 90 is 0. On substituting it, we will get work done is 0. And there is a second case when we have applied a force. This is case 1 where work done is 0, and case 2 where work done is also 0 here. Let us see what is that case. Now work done is equal to 0 in this case. When this happens, in your formula Fs cos theta, if displacement is 0, your displacement, when you are applying some force, displacement is 0. Suppose I am applying the force on a wall. I am trying to move the wall. Even after applying a lot of force, the wall is not making any displacement. So in such cases, displacement is 0 by the application of force. When displacement is 0, let us substitute the value of S in this equation. You will get work done is equal to 0. So by the application of force, when there is no displacement, a man pushing the wall, when there is no displacement, then S is equal to 0, work done is also 0. In another case, after completing one complete rotation, the body is moving in a circular path. After completing one rotation, it comes to the same position. In this case also, we consider displacement is equal to 0. After making one complete rotation, it is in the initial position, same, the starting point. So work displacement will be 0 after one complete rotation. Therefore, work done is 0. So these are the three cases where work done is positive, negative or 0. Work done is positive when force and displacement are in the same direction, that is theta is equal to 0. And work done is equal to negative when force and displacement are opposite to each other, that is theta is equal to 180. And the last case, work done is equal to 0 when force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. Then work done, theta is equal to 90, work done will be 0. There is another chance or another case where work done is 0 when there is no displacement by the application of force. Then work done is 0. So these are the examples. A freely falling body, both force and displacement are in the same direction. So it comes under the positive word. Negative word, a rolling ball or a ball thrown upwards. So rolling ball, displacement and the friction of the ground are in opposite direction. Therefore theta is 180. A freely falling, a ball thrown upwards freely. So displacement is in upward direction and force of gravity is in downward direction. Therefore both are in opposite direction, making an angle of 180. Therefore work done is negative. And the third case, work done is equal to 0. As boy carrying a school bag on his legs and moving horizontally. The force, the weight of the bag is acting downwards, vertically downwards, and he was moving. Displacement is in horizontal direction. Force and displacement are in opposite direction. Therefore, theta is equal to 90. They are perpendicular to each other and theta is equal to 90. Therefore, work done is 0. And the case 2, where displacement is 0. By the application of force, we cannot move the wall. So the displacement is 0. When displacement is 0, work done will be also equal to 0. Or after making one complete rotation, displacement is considered to be 0. Therefore, work done is 0. Now, let us move on to the units of work. W is equal to Fs cos theta. So units of force is Newton and displacement is meter. So the SI unit of work is Newton meter, or we can also call Newton meter as joule. 1 Newton meter is nothing but joule, denoted by capital J. Now let me tell you the definition of a joule. When a force of 1 Newton, when force of 1 Newton causes a displacement of 1 meter, when force of 1 Newton causes a displacement of 1 meter, force of 1 Newton causes a displacement of 1 meter, then work done is said to be 1 joule. Work done is said to be 1 joule. Let's move on. So SI unit of work is joule. Now CGS unit. It is dyne centimeter. Dyne centimeter, or we'll call it as erg. So SI unit of work is joule and CGS unit is erg. In exam, they may ask you what is the relation between the SI and CGS unit of work. Means between joule and erg. We already know that 1 joule is equal to, now let us see the relation. Relation between SI and CGS unit. SI unit is 1 joule, which means 1 Newton into 1 meter. We know that 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dyne. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So by adding this, it will be 10 to the power of 7 dyne centimeter. Dyne centimeter means we already know that it is an erg. Therefore, 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 ergs. Or let us take this on to this side. Therefore, 1 erg is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7 joules. So this is the relation between SI and CGS unit of work. SI unit is joule and CGS unit is erg, and the relation between SI and CGS unit is 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 ergs. So this is what about work, and 3 cases, special cases of work: positive, negative and zero work, and those examples related to the work done, and the units of work, SI and CGS unit, and their relation between SI and CGS unit of work. Now let us see the ICSE board exam questions in past 10 years. Okay, let me not go too back. Let's see from 2014. When does a force do work? When does a force do work? When does a force causes some work? So when when does a force is said to do some work? When it causes some displacement. So when force causes some displacement, then we say that work is done. In 2014, they asked you this like this: what is the work done by the moon when it revolves round the earth? What is the work done by the moon when it revolves round the earth? There is no work done after completing one complete rotation because displacement is 0. Next, in 2015, how is the work done by a force measured? Work done, how we will measure it? W. When the force is in the direction of displacement, when force is in the direction of displacement, force and displacement are in the same direction, how you will measure this work done? W is equal to F into S. This is your formula. And the second bit in the same question, how is the work done by a force can be measured if it is making an angle to the direction of displacement? It is making an angle. Then work done is measured Fs cos theta. So if both are in same direction, we will measure with the Fs, and if it is making some angle, then we will measure work done with the formula W is equal to Fs cos theta. So these are the questions asked in 2015. Now let's move on 2018. Derive the relation between SI and CGS unit of work. They asked you to derive the relation between SI and CGS unit of work. So you can derive it like this. 1 joule is equal to Newton meter, that is equal to 10 to the power of 5 dyne and 10 to the power of 2 centimeter, which is equal to 10 to the power of 7 dyne centimeter, and finally 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power of 7 earth. So like this, they are asking questions from work.